Hey, good morning, guys and gals. This is Ricky from Ricky's Music Room. I like to watch videos on the vinyl community of people's music rooms, so I thought I'd show mine. It's going to be quite a long video, but at the end, stick around to the end, folks, because I got a story to tell. I think it's pretty interesting in my opinion. So let's open the door, take a tour of the room. Thought I'd show you around. And this door leads to my own private bathroom. Yes, I got my own private bath in here. And start with this plaque here that a lady didn't know what she had. This is a Don Larson signed 8x10 with the 1963 Topps card signed and an autographed baseball. This guy's the only pitcher to throw a perfect game in a World Series. Still holds. Signed October 8th, 1956. Don Larson. Only guy to do that. So here's some of my cards. This is going to be a music room card room. Just a few of my cards. And you've seen my room before. I've had a lot of clutter on the walls, and I'm trying to keep the clutter down. My wife likes it a lot better, and I do too. Keep things more clean. And there's my Oscar that I won. Piece of the rock, Alcatraz. That's a real piece of the rock. Some cards down there. Bunch of 8-track tapes, mostly collectible. And I picked them up real cheap, and all of them play. All the 8-tracks I've gotten so far play, but about 2. And that case down there is full of 8-tracks. And guy sold me these real cheap. These are Elvis tapes. Play real well. And you gotta have a 8x10 autograph to you, Coach K. You just got to have that in your room. And a piece of the floor from Cameron Indoor Stadium from 1977 to 1997. I wonder who dribbled on that part of the floor. I wonder. And getting down to some music equipment. My Sansui turntable. And this is a manual turntable. I like my fully automatic one that I use most of the time. You'll see it a little bit. I like it better because I'm lazy. And my 8-track tape player, which I had to take apart and clean up. It ate one of my tapes, so I had to clean it out and put a belt on it. It works fine. And my Sansui speakers, and they got a screw on the lattice there you got to take off to take the lattice off, and they've been reworked. The woofers, excellent working shape. Got a little Sansui badge on it. I guess they're in the early 70s, maybe the late 60s. And Oinco receiver I just got back. I've had this about 30 years. Worked great. Trying to modernize a little bit. Wife gets on me for living in the past. So I had a Panasonic Techniques receiver here, and I thought I'd upgrade and put this back. And this cabinet here, the drawers, this lady was going to throw away at our old apartment complex, and I asked her, could I have it? She said, sure, I'm going to throw it away. I don't know if it's made to look mid-century or it is mid-century, but I put it to good use, and I've had it probably 8 to 10 years. I've got some inner sleeves in there for my records and outer sleeves and some needles and miscellaneous stuff I need, and comes in real handy. And a walk-in closet and a little light that I picked up. Always need these little lights. And these Warpendale speakers I just picked up from Goodwill, believe it or not. I was leaving and I looked over behind over my left shoulder and saw these speakers sitting over there. And I went over there and looked, and I saw Wolfendale, and I said, oh, me. I know what Wolfendale is. They're made in England. They're high-end speakers. They're going for about $500 on eBay. Of course, you know I didn't pay that for them at Goodwill. And they really sound great. And I had my Marantz, running my Marantz on my old speakers and equipment, phonograph, turntable and everything. And I unhooked it and got this on Marketplace's Denon receiver, which was, I think, 1990, and it sounds great. I'm really pleased with it. And yeah, just pleased with that. And my Techniques, my Techniques cassette player that I use, vintage 1970s. And if you wonder why I don't turn my phone sideways, I got some trimmers and I just can't handle my phone too well doing that, so I apologize. I have to hold it upright. I know some people complain about that, but that's why I don't do that. So I know it would do better if I did turn it horizontal, but that's why I don't. Anyway, there's my Spin Clean, and the good story about that, they're about $69 to $89, where it depends on where you buy it. And I was walking out of Goodwill years ago, and I seen a cardboard box on the glass case, and I went over there and looked in it, and this was in it, and brand new, never been used. The wrapping, clear plastic was in the solution, on the solution and everything, and it was $4.99, the towel and everything. So I got a good deal, I think, and it's cleaned a many a record, and I've used it. I've had to buy some more cleaning solution through the years, just get a big container of it. And that's a preamp for my turntable that I was using, that my wife's cousin sent me, and it was still in the box, new, still in the package, never been opened. And I appreciate it. It's a SCHIIT. Yes, it's sounds like it's spelled, so I just didn't want to say that on YouTube, but that's what it is. A little preamp for my phonograph. And now I've got to get up with my creaky knees. But here's my fully automatic Pioneer turntable. And there's the number on it. And this comes with the turntable. This it's record cleaner. And this one back here I can clean my needle with. And believe it or not, I got this morning at Goodwill. This is heavy too. A vinyl tap clock, and it works. And the girl let me buy $1.50 worth of a pack of batteries before I bought the thing, make sure it worked. She had a couple of batteries that didn't work. And I said, well, maybe the batteries don't work. So I bought the pack of batteries and put a battery in it, and it worked. I bought the clock and brought it home. I just couldn't pass it up. It's heavy. It's like glass, and it's nice. I love it. I love it. So works good. Anyway, moving on. There's my chair. I got that years ago at a secondhand shop. It's leather, and that's where I film my videos. Tripod. Nice chair. Other speaker. That's where I put my record at. And this clock here, my daughter brought me from Las Vegas years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. And my grandsons sleep in here when they come over. I move my chair, and they put their air mattresses in here. And I've had it, like I say, years. And start with, they made me move it because of the ticking. You can hear the ticking. Now I've got the other clock ticking. So here lately, they haven't said anything about it, so they can deal with it. I guess they got older, so it don't bother them. But anyway, she brought it from Las Vegas to me, and it's sitting on the TIAC reel-to-reel deck that I got. I just hooked it up because I'm not familiar with I say modern equipment. That receiver there is 1990. It's modern to me. I'm used to hooking this stuff up to vintage stuff, but it took me a couple minutes to figure it out. But I got it hooked up, and it sounds great. And my old 1933 Philco radio, I would play you a tune, but YouTube would ding me for it. Yeah. Beautiful piece of furniture. Been restored, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Just a beautiful piece of furniture. And now I can sit down in my chair. Got some records under here. Like I said, I don't have any fancy record shelves, but I like to thumb through them like this. And, you know, like a record store. Bangles. Everybody's got one of those. I think everybody's father and grandfather have one. But these here are some of the new ones I've gotten. The slider, I haven't played it yet. I haven't played this one yet. This is original Hard Day's Night in excellent shape. It's kind of hard to find these in excellent condition. And Boston's self-titled picture disc. Pink Floyd metal. AC/DC flick of the switch. You know, Miles Davis, Miles in the Sky. Stuff like that. Under here, under this table, little turntable my daughter got me, some Blue Note 78s in there. And on the left here is all originals but one, reel-to-reel tapes. On the top there is Sgt. Pepper's. Rest of them, like I say, is all original from the company. Capitol, whatever, Columbia, all but one. And the other ones have been professionally recorded. Sound great. On the table there, just some more cards. Tom Seaver autographed, Raleigh Fanger autographed, Baldwin, they got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Mickey Mantle card, Hank Aaron, Rod Carew rookie, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball autograph, Ronald Acuna Jr. Rookie card autographed, Mickey Mantle, Larry Bird autograph, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rookie, Pete Maravich rookie, names escape me today. Mickey Mantle card, 54 Ted Williams, 56 Jackie Robinson, Nolan Ryan rookie. There's a Kyle Petty, Richard Petty autograph, dual autograph signed car, diecast car. And back there's a Jim Palmer signed baseball, and Bob Lemon signed baseball. And over here's a Fran Tarkington mini helmet signed, and Torrey Holt signed helmet, which you might get into the Hall of Fame. Up there's a Declaration of Independence framed, professionally framed. My Beatles butcher cover in all its glory. I like it. It shows a little everything. It's a terrible peel job, but I like it. And Paul McCartney Blockbuster poster framed. It's a big one. And down here I got a little record player I think I put this cord in, a plug on here. I think the plug was bad. I had to put a plug, but it's retractable. And I think it's 1965. It plays good. I play my 45s on it. Plays real good. And I don't collect 45s, but I have some like the Beatles and, you know, 45s and Elvis. And I got some Elvis 45s and different stuff. Most of them picture sleeves. Not all of them. There's the Beatles. And, yeah. This it is. I like that song. There's Beaver Cleaver, Beaver and the Trappers. Didn't know he made a 45, did you? And that tote there is full of 45s. That's a collectible tote, and well, that's collectible too. But that has a lot of some 45s when I was a kid. I know Elvis Presley's "Suspicious Minds" is in there, and I played that. I played the heck out of that record every morning before I went to school, along with some more like the Osmonds, One Bad Apple, stuff like that. But I played the heck out of that record, and every morning before school on my hi-fi, on my dad's hi-fi. It might have been, well, it might as well have been mine because I played most of it. And here in these totes, these are these up front here, real collectible records. As you can see, Cats and Eric Dolphy Out to Lunch, and Velvet Underground, Purple Rain Sealed, original, John Coltrane Love Supreme, Blue Train original, Chirping Crickets, Elvis and Beatles stuff back there, and all of these are collectible records. Most all of what I got is collectible. I sold a lot last year, and got down. I sold there. I had a lot of records in storage and sold all those, and got down to what you see in here. It's all the records I have left, which is enough. But all these and the ones I showed you over there in the crates. And this here, this guy here was in my town I lived in. He did a pop-up art show, which his pop-up art, the cheap ones was $2,500, $3,000. Original artwork. That was cheap, very cheap, believe me. But he signed this for me, and he did the animation artwork for all these cartoons, mainly the Beatles cartoon that was out. I don't know if you guys seen that, but it used to be a Beatles cartoon. I think he started off here and then had to move to England to do it, or vice versa, I can't remember. But he did Scooby-Doo and all. I'm trying to make this, not drag it out, but he asked me my favorite Beatle, and I said Paul, so he drew me a caricature of Paul and took a picture of him signing this. And sadly, he passed away a few months after I met him. He was about 85 at that time. But here's a few of the animation history of the cartoons he participated in. Some of these I don't know of. And of course, we all know a lot of these. Grew up with them. And some, like I say, newer ones. What, Bankers, I don't know. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ron Campbell. So we'll put Ron back where he goes. And yeah, there's Ron back where he goes. And I can sit in my chair and swivel around and get to my records right here. And there's my first Elvis record that he produced, that he had, Elvis's first record. And I got 3 of them. And this one up here, I know is an early first pressing. And I'm not gonna get into it, but I know it's early first pressing. The rest of them are originals, but this one's, like I say, early first pressing. So I got those on the wall. And then these just random stuff up here and in the shelves. And just a bunch of stuff. Animals. I got two of the, actually I got 3 of them, I believe. Leonard Skinner. Anyway, cassettes. All these are full of cassettes, mostly collectible cassettes. I'm running out of room and still piling cassettes over there and over here on this side, so need more cassette holders. I'm always looking for them. But there's my record shelves and CDs. I don't play CDs. I never got into CDs. I do have some that, like Pet Sounds Boston, self-titled Eagles Hotel California, stuff like that. That's what I got, and I've loaned them out. And I really don't play them, like I say. Our CD player broke in our car several years ago, so don't really play CDs. And what I want to tell you about this story is, says Ricky Hicks, first place winner of Discount Furniture Connection Elvis Presley Sing Along Contest 2002. And let me fix I think I've got covered everything I wanted to. Let me fix my phone on something. Let me tell you this little story. I don't want to go over 25 minutes. It's gone long enough. Yeah, back in 2002, Discount Furniture in my town I live in now, I lived over in the next town at the time. It was in like a old grocery store, Discount Furniture. So it was real huge. Now, since they moved downtown in like an old Dollar General store, they downsized. But they rolled out the Elvis Presley furniture line back in 2002. And Priscilla did, well, she was head of Elvis Presley Enterprises back in the day. And she held pretty tight reins on that. And you had to go through her for everything. And so they had a contest when they rolled it out. And I guess somebody told me about it. And it was a karaoke type contest. It was pretty professional. And the winner would win 2 tickets to Graceland, Airplanes, night at Heartbreak Hotel, which is no longer there. It's across the street from Graceland at the time. And overnight, a meal dinner at Elvis Presley restaurant on Beale Street in Memphis. So, and I think it was $400 cash. And so I went, I said, well, might as well, you know. So it was a pretty day, and it was on a Saturday, I think, Saturday morning. And went up there, and a few people from work come, and it was a big crowd, and a lot of people entered. And I was doing Elvis at the time anyway, so I did an Elvis song. You didn't have to do Elvis. I think I'm the only one that did Elvis. And I was kind of the best I can remember, this 23 years ago, I was kind of one of the first ones to sing, and I felt good about when I sung. And felt good throughout. And this near the end, this guy come up and did Garth Brooks' Dance. And man, let me tell you, he gave me a run for my money. He sounded good. He really did. And so it come down, I know, to me and him, and I won. So I was tickled to death, you know, to get to go to Graceland with my wife and all, 2 tickets. And so we did that. And out of that come down in Florence, South Carolina, they did a rollout for Elvis Presley furniture line. And they wanted me to do an Elvis gig all day. You know, she's keep repetitive doing it all day. And so my wife always made my scarves, my red scarves, and she made me a bunch of scarves. Of course, she had to wash them. We found out early on the sweat would get off the red on my suit, cause trouble. So anyway, I had made a bunch of scarves, and she couldn't go at the time. Somebody else went with me, my friend, I think. I took my equipment with me at the time, on this time, and made good money. And on that trip. And it was like 95 to 100 degrees. It was in August, and it was high humidity. The sun was beaming down on me. It was just terribly hot, uncomfortable. And so I ran out of scarves, had to go to Dollar General over there and get some more towels to give out and everything. So anyway, that was a pretty good thing to come out of it. Another thing to come out of it was one of the DJs in Burlington on the radio station. I think she headed up that karaoke thing up in where I told you about that I won the contest. She said they were having a big karaoke contest in a club in Burlington, and she wanted me to sing a duet with her. The winner got $800 for a duet. And she said, well, now you can enter the single contest if you want to. So I said, well, why not? You know, I'll do it. You know, $400 and maybe with her get some more money. Well, she picked out the song we were going to do. I'd never sang this song before. We didn't even practice. Our schedules were so busy, we did not practice the song. And I do not feel good when I don't practice a song. And I never sang the song. You know, like I say, she picked it out. So I go and enter the singles that we go first. And really, in my opinion, nobody there could sing that good. And I finished third. So the moral to that story is, don't go and step on somebody else's territory. I was stepping on these people's territory, you know. They're regulars, and you know, I just don't do that anymore, and I never did. And we get up there and sing our song, and I say, there's no way we're gonna win, because we messed up, we never practiced, and we win. And there's no way. So I knew it was rigged then. But anyway, it took me forever to get the money. And she always had an excuse about it. And it took me 2 or 3 months to get the money, $400. I mean, that's $400. So I finally got it, met her somewhere and got the money. But anyway, that's the story I want to tell you. And gone long enough. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long one. I don't think I left out anything. And as always, panoramic view. Running my mouth long enough. I know I had a couple people, I loaded the video a couple days ago, and they must have had a ding when I loaded a video, and they saw it and didn't look at it, and they asked me where it was, and they couldn't find it. I said, well, I took it down. So I put it back up. I actually did a new one. So anyways, always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you guys have a great day.